I actually just want to put this out there that if you are not courageous, 9 times out of 10 it's because you don't know enough. Last few weeks I've actually been watching a lot of Charlie Kirk's content just because someone tried to silence him, and because of that everyone now knows about him. And I'm looking at him as like a debater, and I'm seeing him from the point of view of being a debater. And there's a lot of things that I'm actually picking up from this guy. And one thing that I can boldly say is, of course, he was very bold about his conviction for Jesus Christ, which I love to see. I love a lot, especially with younger generation of people speaking about Jesus Christ very boldly. And he is so convicted about Jesus, like it's a joke. He's that convicted. But the thing that I really want to pick up on is the fact that regardless of who he debated, he didn't waver in his confidence. He didn't waver in what he had to say. And a lot has to be said about the level of courage someone has is determined on what they know. It's truly determined on their knowledge. A lot of people that I've seen him debating don't know enough to actually have an argument. They don't know enough to even put a point together or put a point across for it to be received properly in the way that it deserves, right? Too many people are actually coming up to speak about different things, and they are lacking the very simple thing that we call knowledge. Now, we know the Bible talks about how people perish because of lack of knowledge. There's a lot to be said about knowledge and its position in confidence. Without knowledge, people perish. And one way that you perish is that it reduces your confidence. I'm using this as a case study, like the Charlie Kirk case study. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, please go and watch one of his videos and watch the full video. A lot of people are getting opinions from clipping a small part of someone's video and said, oh, he said this, 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 that. But you're actually not watching the whole video to get the full context of the message. So watch a full video and get the full context, but watch him as a debater and watch how he doesn't waver in his confidence, because he has an assurance of something. There's something that this person is arguing, and I know something about this topic. And that he was in that kind of approach that he was showing a lot of confidence. A lot of confidence, and I admire anyone who does this. Anyone who goes out and does apologetics, more grace to you. Anyone who goes out and defends something, more grace to you. But one thing I'm noticing is you can't be confident without knowledge. So I put it out to you guys. Do you know enough about you? A lot of you guys are not confident about yourself. You have insecurities, low self-esteem, low self-worth. Do you guys know enough information about yourself? I'll probably argue that a lot of people do not, hence why they struggle with self-esteem. They don't esteem themselves highly enough. You don't know enough about yourself to even esteem yourself. Low self-worth. All these things show me that you don't know enough about yourself to be confident about yourself, right? If we are all saying here that we've been made fearfully and wonderfully by the Lord, He has put something within you, something that's very special and something that is very unique, and well, it's not the same as everybody else. That's why you are individually yourself. That's why you can never be somebody else, because I always say if God wanted you to be someone else, you would be, and it's that simple. It's literally that simple. So the fact that you are not somebody else is something, number one. You should really look and explore why you are not somebody else and what makes you you. A few years ago, I went on this kind of, I call it self-discovery journey, best thing in my whole life, actually learning about yourself. Because we spend so much time learning about other people, the celeb here, there, you know, their birthday, their favorite things to do, their favorite things to eat. But you yourself, do you know yourself well enough? And because you don't know yourself well enough, you can't be confident in yourself because you don't know enough information about yourself. And it's really ironic because you live with yourself every single day, but you don't even know who you are. You don't even know who you are. Many people, if you were to ask them, what are your skills? What are you good at? They don't actually have an answer for these things. But don't you think that you should actually know what these things are if you are trying to do the will of the Father? Like you're trying to do God's will. How can you do God's will? You don't even know what He's put within you. So I'm urging people to get to know themselves and do this whole self discovery journey. A lot of people feel like they have to do this by a certain age. Whatever age you're hearing this, you should ask yourself those sorts of questions. What am I good at? What are my skills? What am I not as good at? Who am I as a person? What are my talents? What are my gifts? A lot of people don't have answers for these questions. But how can you actually truly walk in alignment in God's will and what He's got for you if you don't even know what you're bringing to the table? Like, we're eating out, we're having a cookout, everyone's bringing this, someone's bringing this. What are you bringing to the table? What is your part to play in God's divine will? And you won't know these things until you even know who you are, because you could end up doing something which is completely out of your assignment because you feel like you should be doing it, but you've actually not been called to do that. Get to know yourself. And I mean that like really and truly. You need to spend time to get to know yourself. And that journey is not like an overnight journey. There's a lot of things that you have to uncover. And the reason I say this is because without the knowledge of who you are, your capacity, your strengths, your gifts, your talents, truly you can't be confident. Truly you can't be confident. Like I said at the start of this video, the reason I was watching this Charlie Kirk things is also for many reasons, but I was watching him as a debater and he had such an assurance for what he stood up for is because he knew he had done his research. He was educated. He had done his research on every single topic that they were trying to bring up to him. He knew what he stood for. And because he knew what he stood for, he had a certain level of assurance for it. You don't have a certain level of assurance for yourself because you don't even know what you stand for. What are your values? What are your values? Most people don't know. And I know most people don't know because I'm always working with people to uncover these things, to uncover this with them. Your values are X, Y, Z. You can't really stand on anything if you don't even know what you're standing for. What are your values? What are your principles? What are your gifts? What are your skills? What are your soft skills? What are your hard skills? All these are questions that we actually have to know the answers for to get a better understanding of who we are as people. Otherwise, it's going to be so difficult for you to actually fully fulfill God's will. You don't even know what He's put inside you. You don't even know what He's gifted you with. Then again, it's going back to that verse. People perish because of a lack of knowledge. Lack of knowledge. And you're perishing yourself when you know that you have the ability, by the grace of God, to actually uncover these things. If your car, if you had like a Peugeot, let's use Peugeot as an example because that was one of my first cars. If you had a Peugeot and there's a problem with the Peugeot, which garage do I take it to? I'm not taking it to Mercedes because Mercedes have no idea how to sort out Peugeot. They know how to do Mercedes stuff, but they don't know how to do Peugeot stuff. I need to take it to a Peugeot manufacturer because that manufacturer has made this car, knows this car inside out, back to front, knows exactly what the problem is, and can actually put things in place to actually make that better. That's what Peugeot garages can do. That's what the manufacturer can actually do. And it's the same with the Lord. You don't know who you are. Go back to your source. Go back to the one who created you. Go back to your maker. Because your maker, the one that made you, can reveal to you who you are. Can reveal to you your values, your gifts, your talents, your skills, can reveal all of these to you. So if you don't go back to your manufacturer, you can't actually get the help that you need. You can't actually get the answers that you're looking for. And just think, in that place, in that garage, in that manufacturer site, all the answers are there. All the answers that give you that knowledge that will increase your confidence are there. But you don't want to go there. And then you're crying that you don't have confidence, low self-esteem, low self-worth. The answer is literally there. People perish because of the lack of knowledge. A lack of knowledge is why you're crumbling. Knowledge about yourself is why you're not confident in knowing yourself, in knowing what you're good at. If you knew what you were good at and you knew you were the best at it, you would do it. You will do it. That's why I look at these celebs and actually learn from them. What are they showing us and presenting? MJ, Michael Jackson, he was such a creative artist, a very creative musician, all those things. Because he knew he was good at those things, he did them. He wasn't just sitting on his talent. He knew, I'm good at this and this is how I want to do it. The same with maybe like a footballer, Ronaldo. He knows he's good at that, so he does it. And he does it very well. And when you hear these people talking about their craft, it's just normal. It's just a normal day for them. It's natural. There's something God-given, and then they've put in the work. You need to know about yourself in order to be more confident about yourself. There's no other secret method that will be given to you. You need to get to know yourself. You need to be proud of who you are, proud of those skills that God has given you. How can you enhance those skills? How can you make those skills better? How can you do more of those skills? Do those skills and you will become more confident naturally. Because there's a specific English, because there's a specific piece of knowledge that you know. There's a specific piece of knowledge that you have. And that, my friend, makes you more courageous. Like the many debaters I watch, they're confident in their point, they're confident in their stance because they've done due diligence. They've researched everything there is to research about this matter. That's why they can stand so boldly, because they have an assurance, they know something. They know something that other people don't know. What is that thing that you know that other people don't know? What is that gift? What is that skill? What are you good at? What are your values? Answer those questions, and by default, you will become more courageous. You'll become more confident. By default. Once you know those things, then it leads you to the next step. What are you going to do with the information that you know? You're going to sit on it. Okay, I found out I'm good at this, but I can't be bothered. That's your own. At that point, that's your own. But once you have that information, I would like to hope that you do something about that information. Okay, that's it, people. I'm trying out my new camera. I've not actually kind of got the lighting how I want it, but all of this is trial and error, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think. Until next time, people. Ciao.